Hello guys, it's Chris and I am back with a rare occasion on this channel lately. Sorry guys, my have a little bit of a scratchy throat. It's been going around. I have a kid in elementary school. We're just getting it and passing it around. But I am doing an Amber React today. I honestly gotta say, guys, I didn't do a lot of reacts to her because I know she was really going after channels, even little teeny tiny ones. I wanted to have other content on my channel before I really did things about her again because I didn't want her to be able to say that my channel was solely about her. And honestly, she brings me down, guys. She's really, kind of frustrating and infuriating and depressing. But that being said, I have kind of been keeping up with her in passing through reaction channels. I'm behind on the farms. I'll have to read those. But I do know what's going on with her, and I do have some thoughts. I may go back and react to a couple specific parts of some recent videos, or I'll just pick up from here. But I will be doing some for those of you who might be interested in Amber, or if you're not in the girl verse, but you're interested in things regarding diet, health, fitness, weight loss surgery. Maybe it's something you could get into. For those of you that are new, hi, I'm Chris. Thanks for joining me. I talk about health, diet, fitness, weight loss. As far as my channel, and I will be putting other stuff on there. I'm doing a little Learn Tarot with Me series right now. When the weather starts getting nice and I'm getting out of the house more because I work for myself, I make things. I'm not really doing much, but I'm going to be vlogging, doing metaphysical stuff, showing you the products I make, maybe how I do them, my processes, our hobbies, whatever. I'm just going to be a vlog all around whatever I want to talk about channel. That's why I just called it Chris in Real Life because it could just be anything I want. I am going to be doing some gaming for fun. I may put that on a separate channel, I believe, under a name called Lady Kaz, or I might just put it all in a playlist in this one. I'm not sure. That is still in the works. But I do have a medical background. I'm a former nationally registered paramedic who's also been fit and healthy and overweight. I've played around with a lot of different diets. I've studied on my own extensively health, biology, physiology, nutrition, natural, holistic, things like that as well. Just health has always been a passion of mine. And I loved it from my early days in school, and I will love it until I'm gone. I don't know what to say about Amber. If you're a returning viewer, thank you. I appreciate it. I just started really putting out a bunch of videos. I want to put out a lot of content for you guys. I'm learning how to edit and do things a little better. And from the past like 2 or 3 videos, my fat acceptance reacts and my what I eat in a day calorie and carb count videos, I've been getting a lot more views and a lot my viewers, like I only have like 80 subs right now, but that's literally doubled from the past like 3 videos. So I appreciate anybody coming and watching and giving me a view. There is so much to watch on YouTube, and the fact that you spend some time with me, I truly, truly appreciate it. It's hard on these YouTube streets trying to get any credibility or anything like that or notoriety. But I do come to my videos from an educational and informative standpoint as well as an entertainment standpoint. That's what I try to tell everybody. I don't mince words. I don't believe in a lot of this super woke. We can't say anything mean. We can't say anything harsh. We only care about people's feelings. Nah, that's not me. Yes, I don't like to hurt people's feelings, but I also believe in being honest. I am in my early 40s, so I feel like I've come just from the tail end of the days where you still got hard truths and honesty and tough love, and I do hold on to that. I'm very open minded in many ways, but I'm very old school in a lot of ways too. It's a weird. My significant other says it's quite weird how weird I am, how strict I am about some things, and how open minded I am about others. But that's neither here nor there. I will get started on this. This is a 27-minute vlog from Amber. I can't do it, guys. I'm going to scrub through the parts that I believe are kind of like pointless, that I really wouldn't have much to say to. But it said she's going to talk about her diet and stuff like that. So I really want to see what's. I have some opinions that our dainty queen would not like because I don't, her behind like she wants, and I'm not going to. But I will link her full video in the description. Let's get into this. Let's see what our girl has going on. And then, like I said, I'm going to give my opinions and I'm going to be honest. And I will try to remember to put where the react starts. If you're new here, I like to talk, I like to blab, I go on and on and on and on. It's just the thing I do. So, my apologies. And my videos can be long. I've been trying to make some shorter, but I really kind of make them so that you don't have to be looking at the screen necessarily. Just listen to me while you're walking or cleaning or doing something like that. I'm not going to be offended.
Hello, hello, welcome.
Other thing too. I gotta speed our girl up. I gotta put her at like one. We'll try 1.5 speeds. If it's a little fast, we'll bring her. But it's too slow. And that's transformative. One more transformative thing, to kind of avoid her striking left and right.
Welcome to a new vlog.
This is 1.5 speed. This is a slip, okay? She says March 20th, 2022. I breezed through some of the comments. Did she mess that up? 2022? Or is this vlog literally from a year ago? That's the craziest part. This same exact thing could and probably was going on this time last year, and she looks the same. So it very easily could be backstocked footage. Guys, you will never see me put footage from a year out as new. I find that that's very rude and disrespectful. And when she and the same, like, April Lauren's going to be doing it too, like she where they release vlogs like from months ago and footage from months ago. I find that a little bit like disingenuous to your viewers. You should try to keep it current, or at least like denounce that it's old footage. But I think this was honestly just a mistake, and this is from a couple days ago. And oh yeah, FYI, I will be doing Amber Reacts. I may react to some other people, maybe April Lauren if she ever comes back, possibly Tammy Lemon. I have a history of disordered eating, binge issues, so that can be a little bit triggering. And like Amber's like mukbangs and stuff, I can't do mukbangs and crap like that. They are a little bothersome to me, but I will react, and I'll be reacting to some like maybe low carb and different diet videos and stuff like that too. I'll keep everything in playlists so that you don't have to swim through my channel trying to find the videos or the content you want. I'll try to keep it as organized for you guys as possible. Okay, let's go.
So I actually just got back inside from taking Twinkie to the pots. So now I'm actually
Uh, to the pot? Does that mean like she took her to the bathroom? Okay, listen. Let her finish this for a second.
about to go through my bookshelf because it's kind of time we dust her and we go through her, organize her, and
It's not a her, Amber. I hate how she puts her on everything. God, this scratchy throat is making me nuts. Um, First of all, I don't believe she's walking Twinkie. I have a Chihuahua, and that poor dog. I'm going to make a video on one of these nice days that's like says, "Hey, Amber, this is how you walk a Chihuahua," because they can actually go an amazingly long distance. And when the weather's nice, my dog goes out 2 to 3 times a day. We'll take him to the park for a couple of hours, 2, 3 hours while we're foraging or something like that. If she was walking Twinkie, I firmly believe she would record it so that she could put it up and get attitude and say to us, "There, see, for those of you that say that I don't walk my dog, here I am walking her. It's not just, I refuse to call Jade Feline because we all know her name is Jade Francis from New York City, and I'm just not playing these games. She doxed her, nobody else. But no, like, Jade does most of the walk, and I don't care for Jade, but I do give her credit. She takes Twinkie out. At least Twinkie gets outside air, and they don't even go far. Walking around your stupid apartment complex, that's not a real walk for that dog. She's still a little overweight, and when she's outside, the little bit of footage you see of Twinkie outside. She loves being outside. She's my dog loves it. It's his favorite thing. His name's Frodo, by the way. So if you ever hear me talk about Frodo, that's who it is. um, it makes the dog so happy, and it would be just such good exercise for Amber to take Twinkie out like 3 times a day, walk her around the complex like 3 or 4 times, work your way up a little more every day. But oh, come on, I mean that would be good for Twinkie, and maybe Twinkie should take Amber for a walk. That would get Amber out, right? Because Amber ain't gonna do it herself. I just don't believe it.
You guys love that. So I'm actually doing
Okay, I'm going to skip past this part. If you guys want to watch it, you can go back and watch it. But I am going to say, girl, you always say how, oh, I just love to clean. I love to organize. I'm just like a cleaning freak, right? Well, why is your stuff so damn dusty? I mean, look at that. That's not cleaned on a regular basis. I know dust kind of really can pile up quickly, but she is not. She's not. She just cleans for content. So let's skip through this if you want to watch it. Like, look at this. Like, look at how.
especially when you have really furry animals.
And look, she couldn't do this stuff without these extenders. There's no way girlfriend is getting on the floor. She tries to say, "Yeah, I can get on the floor and get it." It's so taxing for her, guys. Her legs are in such atrocious condition, and she's so big that I know she insists she doesn't have pain, but guys, that's a lie. She absolutely has got to be in horrible pain, and it's a painful process. Doing this stuff, actually cleaning every day, would be exercise for her because it would be her just simply moving, and she would burn more calories doing it than like a normal sized person. I wish she cleaned every day, but I just don't believe it.
Yeah. All right.
And I do believe Jade does most of it, and I do believe she only does that to earn her keep and stay there, and get those sweet, sweet YouTube dollars from Amber. And that does look better, though.
So this took a lot longer than expected, but I was like,
Okay, whatever, Amber.
our young adult, my reading has definitely matured as
No, it hasn't, Amber. Now, I'm going to admit, I love Twilight. Yeah, there, I said it. I love it. I'm shameless about it. It's awful, but I love it. But guess what? I don't really read that stuff anymore. I'm rereading a couple of novels right now from Dean Koontz that I really like. I like some of the spooky things. I read a Game of Thrones book last year. I'm gonna try to read 1 or 2 more of them this year. I read Angels and Demons, and I'm finishing up the Da Vinci Code here soon. I don't mind, her reading has not matured, and I don't. Put it in the comments. Do you believe Amber reads these 20 books a month that she claims to read? I just don't believe it. And I'm not trying to be mean. Reading is good for you. Books is good for the brain, as our girl says. But all that time she spent sitting and reading, she could at least be moving her legs using that QB that Jade got her. You know what I mean? You don't even have to get off your behind to use it. How lazy can you be? She could just read her books, watch one of her trash TV shows, because she can't watch anything deep. I mean, the girl, she's very surface level in every facet. It's unbelievable. Um, but to each their own. I like a little bit of trash TV every now and then. It's not like the only thing I watch, but every now and then it's a little guilty pleasure. But when you listen to her, she's only ever watching like H3 and 90 Day Fiancé and just crap like that. But she could be sitting there just pedaling on that, and that is just, it's a lot of exertion for her. It's a lot of calories being burnt for her. Plus, she needs to just move to keep her circulation going. Her legs are in horrible shape, guys. She has lymphedema. She has lymphedema and lipedema both. Her circulation is atrocious. I don't believe that her blood sugar is perfect, despite what she says. But she has got such major circulation issues. She needs to get her legs moving and move as much as possible. Um, I know you can just tell she's not wrapping her legs like she's supposed to for her lymphedema. I believe the lymphedema is worse than the lipedema. She tries to say the opposite because she feels like that's an excuse as to why she's so big and why she can't lose weight. No, it's as bad as it is because of how she's treated herself. But because there's women with lipedema that are 125 pounds. You know what I mean? Um, but she, she's not wrapping her legs. You can tell it would be such a process, and she would definitely need Jade's help. And she would be seeing some results, but you can tell she just doesn't, and she's too embarrassed. But I'm sure Jade has seen her legs by now, but she doesn't want to do the wrapping and stuff like that because it's admitting, oh, my legs are jacked. I screwed them up so bad. Look at the state I'm in. But she really needs to focus on not just weight loss but also health because she's at an age and she's been so big for so long that she really is going to start experiencing some major health decline. And I worry about the integrity of the circulation to the lower half of her body, especially like her feet and ankles and stuff like that. Oh, it's horrible.
So I actually have not read any of these, and I'm not really
Okay, let's see what Amber's gonna show us that she pretends to eat on a daily basis.
interested in doing so. So we are just cooking lunch here. This is just some fresh broccoli, some rice.
Now look at that. Okay, listen, I'm going to tell you right now. I know people like carbs, and I am not a carb person. They do me no good. I'm very insulin resistant. People in general just eat too many damn carbs. But listen, Amber's doctor told her to be keto for a reason, and I don't expect her to fully give up the carbs. But that is too much rice for the two of them because, Jade needs to lose about 50 or 60 pounds too. That is a ton of rice. Amber never portions out an appropriate portion. She eats like literally, guys, 3 to 4 servings in a sitting of rice. It's actually quite small, and it's white rice. She doesn't need that goddamn rice. Just I don't care if she gives herself a giant pile of vegetables and meat. That's fine. Um, but I mean, this is too much rice for the two of them.
Selena's making some sauce for her homemade meatballs.
No, Jade is making some sauce.
Which she is amazing at making. She already cooked them.
Okay, yeah, like eat the meatballs, eat a bunch of broccoli, eat some cauliflower, eat another vegetable. Just minimize the thing is she can't regulate herself. She admits she loves rice. She binges on rice. So she shouldn't be eating it unless she can measure out a properly weighed out portion. Then she shouldn't be having it, and she can't do that. It's like not within her freaking abilities.
She's taking them out. And now she is making a homemade sauce to put on top.
And if she cut out the carbs, this woman would drop 20 pounds in water in the first week alone. You would not believe it.
I know I have not been showing my food lately, which I will.
Because you act like you do these healthy grocery hauls and all you eat is healthy home cooked meals in proper portions. But guys, that is absolutely not true. That is no way true. Because, like, I don't know what she thinks is going to change with this seeing her surgeon. They want to see progress, and she's known about wanting to do this program since Vlogmas, because she needed the Vlogmas views. So December, but we'll go by January 1st. It's been almost 3 months, okay? 3 full months. Despite what she says, she has not not lost weight. If she was eating like this all the time, she would have lost about 50 pounds by now. At least. She is maintaining her weight, if not gaining, and you can absolutely tell, especially in her face. Um, she said it's because her water retention, lipedema is acting up. No, her lipedema and stuff wouldn't be acting up if she was eating right. Um, she's absolutely not eating like this on the regular. She is maintaining or gaining weight. I'd say she's probably around 530 pounds right now. Guys, to maintain that, you have to be eating about 4,500, almost 5,000 calories a day. And if she's gaining, it's eating more. So this stuff looks nice and all, but it's not the truth.
Explain in this video the reason why, but I figured screw it. This is what I'm eating. All right, you guys, it is P.O. Box time.
Okay, I'm going to skip through this.
This?
Because, and even then, like, did you notice she showed us her cooking stuff? She did not show us her portion, did not show us her measuring out or setting up her plates. None of that. And I don't believe that little teeny tiny bit of meatballs and broccoli was going to fill both of them up. See, that's why they had so much rice. They're going to load their plates up with simple white starches and put a little bit of the other stuff.
You know,
Okay,
sprinkling
let's
it.
see.
I could just make like whole videos, obviously just dedicated to this, but I like, you know, sprinkling it. And you know what?
Because you need content, Amber. Leave the house. I don't care what she says. I firmly believe this girl is housebound. I mean, look at the state of her. Look at her size. And I'm not saying that to be mean. Look at how big her face is, how big her face has gotten. She's clearly not lost any weight. She's gaining weight. She's not doing how, if she had gone into the surgeon for this appointment and could have literally legitimately been like, here's a food diary, this is what I've been eating, and I can step on the scale to prove it, and she could get on the scale and show a weight loss of 50 or 60 pounds in 3 months, which is doable for her easily. Maybe they would have been like, okay, we were wrong. Okay, so you don't have binge eating disorder. You're clearly making changes. And maybe they would have said, keep this up for 3 more months or 6 more months, and we'll reevaluate. And she could get her surgery sooner. But she's not showing any progress. She's staying the same. She's not made any changes. They're not going to make her give her surgery without her showing changes. All I had to do is lose a pound. That's absolute garbage. That's bullcrap. And I mean, just like I said, look at the state of her. Her hair is messed up. She just crawled out of bed, it looks like. Unwashed, unkempt. She has no pride in herself. She's not making any changes. That's why I don't use a camera as much as I would like to, because I refuse to go on camera unless I feel like I at least look decent. And I am a harsh critic of myself. I hate how I look. So I'm really, hesitant about it. I'd like to just throw on the camera and talk, but I will not present myself in a state like she does. She really needs to get her act together and needs to show the surgeons that she's actually changing, because she's not.
Wait, I'm too
Yes, by the way, my Amber videos just turn into like rant videos.
excited. I need to stop talking. I'm gonna go try these on. I'll be right back.
Those look like little like marshmallow puff like shoes. What the hell? And like look at her gait. Look at her walking. I know it's hard to see from this angle, but you get a good video, like a good enough idea. She doesn't even pick up her feet anymore. She can't take a full stride. She shuffles, waddles, whatever you want to call it. Her mobility is so hindered, guys. This is why she's not leaving the house as much as she says she does. She does not leave the house every day. No, 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 no. And going on your goddamn porch, walking around your complex does not count. If you're not leaving your property, it does not count.
You know what? Wait, I'm too excited. I need to stop talking. I'm gonna go try these on. I'll be right back. I have packaging stuff all over my dress. So, you guys,
Yeah.
it really feels like I am walking on a pillow or something.
Well, good. Then if your feet feel that good, then walk around. She says she gets like 4,000 steps a day walking around her house. That I'm calling BS. That is absolutely not true. That is not happening. No way, no how. But, the QB is the lazy girl's workout. I know it's meant for older people, and I'm not knocking them and calling them lazy, but Amber's lazy. So you think that she could at least do that because, I mean, she doesn't have to get off her butt.
You wanna try them, boo? You guys, low-key, damn, my hair is a mess today.
Yes, you are a mess, Amber. Why did you not do something with yourself? When she does her makeup and does her hair, she can look nice.
Low-key, those shoes are comfy.
Okay.
So I actually had a few people ask me if I've been exercising, moving more, etc. Yes, I have.
I don't believe it. I firmly believe if she was doing it, she would to some degree show it so she could rub it in our faces. Or my other theory is she's trying and doing minimal effort because Jade might be like putting her foot down a little bit, but because they can't do anything, like they don't have a normal relationship. But I think that her mobility is so hindered. The last couple times we've kind of gotten full body shots of her walking, just the swing, having the swing, the legs, her gait is so jacked. Her mobility is so limited that I don't think maybe she doesn't want to show it because she knows she'll catch all kinds of hell for it, because it's completely self-inflicted condition, right?
But I obviously do not talk about everything in my life. A lot of people assume if I'm not showing something, I'm not doing something. Not how it works. So what I do is I write down what I'm going to do, how many times I'm going to do it. on a piece of paper. I like things that are more.
I'm old school. I can't knock her about putting stuff on paper because I write stuff on paper. I use the computer for a lot of stuff, but I believe in old fashioned notebooks and pens and pencils and stuff like that, and I write stuff down all the time.
More attainable, I can physically see, mark off. So what I do is I do each of these things 3 times, and then I write how many reps that I did. My goal is to always do the same or more than I did the day before.
I just don't believe this. I want to believe it. I want her to be successful. But, I mean, do you guys. Let me know in the comments. Do you believe any of this? Do you believe that food? I believe she eats meals like that sometimes, but not all the time. And I don't believe she's doing this stuff.
So I stretch, I walk in place, I do warm ups, crunches, leg kicks.
Amber does crunch. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be mean and laugh. Okay, that really took me. Um, there is no way Amber's doing crunches. Okay, I am on the low end, about 25 pounds overweight. On the high end, I am probably up to like 60 pounds overweight. And I am not comfortable doing crunches with my little bit of belly and stuff like that. I have a lot of belly in my, but not compared to Amber. Um, I'm uncomfortable doing crunches. There is no way Amber is getting down on the floor, laying on her back. That's got to be so uncomfortable for all the pressure on her chest, the breathing, stuff like that. There's no way she's doing crunches. She couldn't physically do a crunch if she tried, if she wanted to. And there's no point in her doing crunches. Amber, go walk around your complex 3 times. Spend 15 to 20 minutes 3 times a day doing that QB thing. There is no point in her doing crunches. What else is she going to do? Frickin' squats and push-ups so she can frickin' tone up? She's not at that point yet. I'm not trying to knock her for exercising. I just don't believe she's doing it. And at that point, all she needs to be doing is just moving. Amber, you can't do normal exercises. Your body is in such a deteriorated, offensive state that doing crunches and stuff does you no benefit. You need to exercise the same way an 80-year-old woman would, where you just need to move because your health and physical state is that fragile. Okay? Like, she's gonna hurt herself trying to do something like this.
Punches and high knees. I do all of these things 3 times for as long as I can, or what feels not comfortable, because you don't want to be comfortable when you're working.
Amber, you don't want to be uncomfortable. And I mean, I know I may be trying to like be sounding harsh, but we all know if you've watched Amber, she cannot talk, and that's what a lot of these like super obese people, they cannot tolerate any amount of discomfort in any way, shape, or form. A little bit of ache, a little bit of pain, the slightest bit of hunger, the slightest bit of, oh, I can't eat what I want. That's not fun. I don't like that. Any negative feeling that they don't like, they have no tolerance for. And she's got to change that, or she will never ever change. And she'll totally destroy her weight loss surgery if by some miracle of God she ever gets it.
Working out. That's not exactly the right.
To lose weight, you have to accept being uncomfortable, being hungry to some degree, saying no to the food you like. It sucks. It's not always mentally easy. It's not always physically easy, but you have to be willing to do it. And Amber is not willing to be uncomfortable, and she is not willing to do any actual work. This woman, I may be sounding mean, but this woman is inherently lazy to the bone. And she's got to change. She can change it if she wanted to, but she doesn't.
For it, but until you just can't do it anymore without like hurting yourself, obviously. So I'm gonna go do those. No, this is not a workout with me.
Okay, so I don't believe it. Unless you show it, Amber, we don't believe it.
I'm gonna do it.
Because you lie so much.
Alone, like I have been doing it, but I kind of just wanted to introduce it to you guys that yes, I do have a little exercise routine that I do, and then I just put it in a folder and I redo the same thing tomorrow. Sorry for the sloppy.
Amber, doing 5 crunches in your state, arm ups, whatever, is not going to make you a skinny legend. Stretch, touching the floor, arm ups, leg kicks, punches times 3. Okay, so she's going 1, 2, 3. That's not much. She needs to like have like times 20 there.
Handwriting, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. Super simple, and this is just easiest for me because I like visualizing, you know, and I think there's a reason why I really like reading books. Some people have been telling me to get a Kindle, which I do have a Kindle,
She called it a Kindle, but she's just doing that to be quirky.
but it just doesn't feel the same. I like physical in my hand. That is why I like pen to paper. Not everything has to be technology based. Alrighty, so here it is. Here is how I did.
Okay, so Amber's saying she did 3 rounds, three of 15 crunches. There's no way Amber did 45 crunches. She can't be on her back that long. No way. The leg kick sitting, I agree on. The arm ups, she calls them, the punches, and I think she should just go out and walk, at least up and down the hallway in her complex and do that QB. Her goal should be do the QB for 15 to 20 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day, and then work it up a couple minutes every couple of days.
For separate. So
high knees, like that's going to be minimal because her body is so big and her mobility is so bad she can't lift her legs that much. I'm glad she's trying, but it's just not going to be super effective.
Just simply means instead of counting 1 rep as 1 punch, it just means 1 rep is like both your arms. Same with like the leg kicks, but I do high knees separate. So that's just what that means.
Ooh, we got fitness trainer Lynn. Move over, Bob Harper.
But yeah. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to, got a little fuzz. One of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about like my exercising today is because I wanted to talk a little bit about like I get anxiety exercising. I get really bad anxiety. Sometimes
she gets anxiety. You get anxiety about everything, and I suffer with legit anxiety. Amber does not know what a true anxiety attack is, where she films herself and says, "I just have." No, it's crippling. But I do believe she is anxious. And I do believe exercising scares her, especially after her supposed fall. But I know I don't like getting my heart rate up too much. It scares me because of the legit anxiety. But I'm sure she's afraid of hurting herself. Her mobility is so limited. But girl is afraid of every gosh darn thing you can think of, and she uses it as an excuse to not do anything. But there's no reason she could be anxious about just going for a walk up and down her hallway 3 times a day. Just, do up and down the hallway 3 times. That's it. You're close to home. You can go right back in and sit down. You're close to a chair. Or, as I've beaten to death in this video, use the QB. There's no reason to be anxious about using that little pedal thing. You literally sitting on your butt on your couch or at your desk, and all you have to do is put your feet in it and move those little pedals at a leisurely pace, at a fast pace. It don't matter as long as you're moving. It's going to burn calories. There's no reason to be anxious about that.
Verge of panic attack, and that's scary for me. And I know what is causing it, but I don't know how to stop that anxiety feeling. So what is causing it is rapid, heart, just your heart beating quicker than usual. It's not.
And I'm sure she is, but Amber, how can you be anxious about doing your QB, but not anxious about being 500 some pounds with horrible health condition, deteriorating circulation, and overall health and well-being, legs that are permanently jacked for the duration of your life because of your choices, and you eat processed, packaged, absolute garbage in mass quantities. You're not afraid of that, but you're afraid of using your QB. I just don't get it.
Not beating above beyond what it should be. It's at a really good rate when I exercise.
Like I said, she doesn't have to go hard, you know what I mean, at first. Just the moving at her size with the weight of her legs. It will help her circulation. She'll shed some water, and it will just burn calories. And if she actually did change her diet, which I don't believe she has, but if she did that and changed her diet, the weight would just fly off of this woman, and it would get easier and she would feel better because her cardiac health has to be suffering at this point. Her poor heart.
exercise, but I correlate my heart beating really, really fast with anxiety and vice versa. Anxiety makes me have a really fast heart rate, but then me having a really fast heart rate gives me anxiety. So it's like this like vicious cycle. Obviously, that anxiety is not stopping me from.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but she really does not look well. She looks sallow and not good, not healthy. She's got that ring around her neck. She got the bags under her eyes. And guys, I don't believe she's washing her hair every day and showering every day. It's too physically hard for her, despite what she says. Her hair looks like it hasn't been washed. She just really is not looking like she's taking care of herself.
Exercising. It just doesn't take away that feeling. I actually hate it. And I don't feel like it's irrational because obviously someone my size, like your heart beating fast is a scary feeling because being the size your heart has to work.
Amber, yes, and I understand that, but the thing is your heart is working super overtime every day just to keep you alive. I don't believe she absolutely has, I'm sure, some degree of sleep apnea. How does that not terrify you? That affects your heart, your circulation, your oxygenation, your brain. I'm sure she has what they call uh, obesity related hypoventilation syndrome, and that's where, because of the physical weight on your chest and from not moving so much and being sedentary, that really obese people don't take normal breaths as normal people. They don't take as deep breaths. Their breaths are shallower, and then they can develop fluid in the base of their lungs or infections or things like that. Problems with their lungs and respiratory issues. And I'm sure she has that because she acts like she has no issues related to her size. Just, oh, I'm big, but it doesn't affect my health. It absolutely does. From a medical professional, somebody who worked in the medical, I can tell you it does.
More than the average. That's an obvious thing. So I wouldn't say it's really irrational. So usually if something irrationally gives me anxiety, obviously still hard to overcome, but it's more so like I'm able to be like practical.
Okay,
and
I'm
rational and
gonna
be like,
skip
girl, come
past
on
this
now.
part, guys. See, is there anything else she talks
It is what it is.
about?
But it's not stopping me from exercising. Everything that
I don't believe she's exercising. I don't believe she
I
moves.
am doing is totally fine. It's nothing too extreme. If I'm using my muscles more than I normally would. So I just feel like I'm rambling, but really that's the reason why I wanted to introduce, like, yeah, I do exercise and yeah, this is what I do. But this is why I don't really talk about it because it doesn't bring me joy like it would other people. Everyone always says exercise lets off certain, endorphins. It makes you feel good. Not me.
That's because Amber's extremely lazy and just doesn't want to do anything. And if she was doing it steadily and wanted to change, it would make her feel better.
Nope. So I just don't want to like persuade anyone into like not exercising or like whatever, like because exercising is really good for you.
Like, she wants to lose weight and be skinny without doing any of the work. She doesn't want to change the crap food she eats. She just thinks the surgery, I'll eat the same, I'll just eat less. And she doesn't want to have to exercise. She wants the results without doing any of the things and work she needs to do it. And you know what? Once, if she did lose weight, she would still have to do stuff and change her ways to maintain it. And that's what Amber just doesn't want to do. And that's not how it works, unfortunately.
But I just get anxiety exercising. So I do have a little bit of updates when it comes to weight loss surgery. I do have more. So welcome to
Okay, we'll listen to this and then we'll stop there because this video is just a big giant rage fest.
surgery update. I get really excited doing these updates because every update just means I'm a step closer and it's just really exciting. So the psychologist who actually approved me originally for surgery, I have been emailing with him. There are some things that I do not want to talk about right now, which I will talk about eventually. But right now I just feel like
Then don't bring them up, Amber. Don't bring them up. But that's how she gets her freaking engagement, is people will leave comments. If you're, telling her, don't talk about it, don't mention it, what's going on, you know what I mean? She does this on purpose. It's absolutely a bait trap.
protect myself, my mental, and my privacy.
Amber, you don't give a crap about your health, not your mental health, not your physical health. Just give it up with that. Guys, she does not give up poop about any of her health. All she care about is giving into her indulgences, being lazy, doing as little as possible, getting as much money as she can for as little work as she can, and being able to buy whatever she wants whenever she wants it, and then go about her day. Like, she does not care about her health.
I'm not going to get into it, but I will say there have been some developments. I do have my appointment with my team.
It's going to be one excuse or another as to why she can't get the surgery. She's going to say, oh, the surgeon loved me, and he totally believed everything I was saying and saw how much I was changing, even though the scale showed that I've put on 20 pounds since I've last seen him. But they totally believe I'm changing, and he was really going to give me the surgery. But then she'll spout, oh, but then the psychologist and I, or she'll say that she decided it wasn't the best thing for her, when really the surgeon's just like, hell no.
Team, including the surgeon, coming up. And
she always plants these seeds, gives herself an out. She's already probably planning on never seeing these people again.
I'm so excited. I think things might be different. I don't really know, but as of right now.
But why should the rules not apply to her? Like, Amber, you're not special. You are not this super unique snowflake that the rules don't apply to you. You're not some, like, queen or something like that. You are no better than any of these other people in this program. Why should they grant you a special privilege and make all these other poor people work and grind and wait for it when they're the people probably actually making changes that really do want to change? Like, I would consider that a travesty if they gave a surgery to her and passed up somebody else who's really actually trying. Now, I'm sorry, but that makes me mad.
They want me to do 12 sessions with a therapist. I can do 2 sessions a week. I can do 1 session every 2 weeks. So obviously, the quicker I do it, the better. But it's not just up to me, you know.
The better, the quicker. Look at that face right there. She's so excited. She thinks that she frickin' is gonna go do this, and they're gonna like just approve her. It's all about the speed for her because she doesn't want to have to drag out the slog of the weight loss and doing it on her own.
I actually officially have a new psychologist, and I'm really excited.
So what? That's like number what, 6 in the past like couple of years?
I asked the psychologist who originally approved me for weight loss surgery. I'm sorry, this is gonna get confusing because there's a lot of professionals, and I try to give you guys what I can. I ended up asking him. I was like, you know, do you recommend any therapists or psychologists? Anyone good? Anyone that you feel like would be a good fit with me? And he actually sent over 6, and I chose one. I called and I made an appointment. So my appointment for that is also coming up, and that'll be my first session. So depending on how this session goes is going to be a deciding factor for me if I want to do 2 a week or if I want to do just 1 a week or how I want to do it. Obviously,
well, I don't know, Amber. 2 a week might be too triggering and too mentally stressing for you, and you might not be able to handle that. Whew.
feel like I don't want to
I'm sorry. Do you see how I'm just like over this chick? Like, she just infuriates me.
be too extreme and do it twice a week, but we'll see. I definitely don't want to do it every other week because obviously I want the weight loss surgery like sooner the better. So I can either get this done in a month and
Okay, if you want your weight loss surgery though, Amber, how about you lose some freaking weight? How about you not maintain 500 some pounds? How about you cut your diet down to a, oh my goodness, starvation level 3,000 calories a day and drop 20 pounds before you go to see them? Because that's how much she's eating, guys. She could eat 3,000 calories a day of whole foods and probably lose 2 or 3 pounds a week. If she cut down to 2,000 or 2,500, she could probably lose 5 pounds a week, 6 pounds a week. She's still gorging herself. Even if I never thought she had binge eating disorder. I'm somebody who has binge eating issues. I never thought she had binge eating disorder. She just is a glutton. She just overeats. She's just a freaking overeater, and she's still doing it.
a half or 3 months. And to me, either one of those options is actually really good. So there is something else I want to mention.
Oh, do you hear what she said? To me, either one of those options are good. I can get it done in a month or 2 months or 3 months because I am special and I shouldn't have to wait a year like these other peon peasants that are in this program. You know, not me. I'm Amber Lynn. She is so like full of herself and narcissistic and entitled. She is absolutely spoiled.
Because people are asking, like, why don't you show your food, like what you're eating? And you guys heard me be a little snarky over there when I was showing you what I had for lunch today. And it's because people judge. It's like so hard.
Yes, because we know you're lying. We know you are lying. You would not be maintained. I mean, at right now, like, I'm 172 pounds. If I eat maintenance calories of about, what, 1,400 calories a day, 1,500 calories a day, I maintain. If I eat more than that, I gain. And that's at 1,500 calories, give or take. I don't really count calories so much. I count carbs. Um, but if I eat less than that, especially if I like do my spin bike or walk, I will lose weight. So for her to be maintaining, it is not because her lymphedema is having a random flare up out of nowhere. If it's flaring, it's because of what she's eating and how much she's eating. She's not showing the food because she knows people will be like, you are lying through your teeth, because she is.
Harsh, and it's like, this is a moment.
And if you're still watching this video, bless you. I am sorry. My Amber videos get long and ranty. I am sorry. I know she put out a long vlog, but I said I was going to react, so here I am.
For me, where I just feel like the judgment is like, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Even
Because you are, because you're lying, because you're overeating, Amber.
though I know what I'm doing is right.
You're not. No, she always goes, I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this. No, you don't. Or you do, but you choose not to do it.
People are expecting me to be on the pre-op diet. I'm not on the pre-op diet. I'm not approved for weight loss surgery, so I'm not on the pre-op diet. People are
Oh, because heaven forbid you actually really do any hard work. She wants to think she can just do the pre-op diet for 2 weeks before the surgery, and that's it. See that it all comes down to, she really doesn't think that she really has to change it all until maybe a couple weeks before her surgery, and that is why she won't be approved. That's why she will fail. That's why she will not succeed, because she doesn't want to do the work. She doesn't want to make changes.
really confused with that, and I think that's becoming like frustrating to me because
She could be eating 2,500 or 2,000 calories a day in whole foods, mostly protein and vegetables, and she would just lose a butt ton of weight.
it's like people are expecting me to like be eating like the tiniest amount of food ever, and I'm just like, no, that's
Yeah, see, she just
not what this is.
no, she doesn't want to. I eat the tiniest amount of food. Me, Amberlyn. Oh, I don't have to do that. Other people have to do that, not me. See, this attitude is absolutely diabolical.
That's not the plan they have me on. That's not what my dietitian wants for me. That my dietitian tells me if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm doing something right, what she
So your dietitian should be telling you that you are absolutely screwing it up, because you're clearly maintaining or gaining your weight. So you are not doing what they are telling you, Amber.
wants me to do. And having 2 eggs and 2 servings of spam is okay. And I'm talking about when I had
I'm sure they would prefer you not eat the spam. But it doesn't matter. Fine. Eat the eggs, eat the spam, eat bacon, eat some sausage, put some vegetables with it, throw a little bit of cheese, because they don't want you overeating carbs. Because after your diet, you're going to have to focus on proteins and stuff like that. And low carb will help you shed water, shrink your liver, lose weight just generally faster.
eggs
It'll help curb cravings too, and satiate you. That's the best part of a low carb diet, guys. Is it prevents the blood sugar and insulin spikes, and then your hunger is more controlled, and you don't eat as much, and you don't eat as often.
and spam. I'm having some spam and some eggs.
And honestly, I'm fine with that. I prefer I eat the spam, but I eat bacon. I eat eggs and bacon all the time. But she could have the eggs, put a little bit of cheese on them, bulk them up with some broccoli, cauliflower. Plus, she just has to learn how to eat less. That's the thing. She doesn't want to eat less. She just said, "Oh, I don't have to eat tiny portion." Well, she needs to be learning how to cut down the volume she eats. Like, she's not just going to be able to eat huge portions until the surgery and then just go from that to not. No, she has to learn to discipline herself now.
So that's what I'm having. People were like coming for me, and I'm like, this is 2 eggs, which I'm allowed to have. It's 2 eggs. But people were saying how
I'd rather you eat 2 or 3 eggs, bulk it up with some liquid egg whites, You get more protein, less calories, no carbs, ugh, less sodium.
Looks like it's 5 eggs. I'm like, I couldn't even stomach 5 eggs.
Amber, Amber, come on. If you could eat that plate of all that spam and eggs, you could eat 5 eggs. Amber, you could sit down and you could, with your stomach, you could eat a dozen eggs.
Like, if you guys know, I have egg intolerance. Comes and goes. It's gotten a lot better in the last few years.
It's because of how you're cooking them. It's to the proteins in the whites. That's a very common thing.
Thank God. So eating 2 scrambled eggs is fine. And like recently, like I showed you guys like this quinoa, ground turkey situation type deal that I absolutely loved. Calorie wise, it's 408 calories. What this is we have broccoli. We have a serving of guac.
And see, again, right there, you can tell she's not being honest. She's not weighing or measuring. I make homemade guac. I love avocados. I eat that stuff. That is seriously probably the equivalent of a half of a big avocado. That is not one serving of guacamole. That's probably like 3 or 4 servings of guacamole. So that right there is probably about 500 calories. And I don't mind quinoa. Quinoa is one of the grains I really love. It's more of a whole grain. If you're going to eat carbs or grains, that's one of the better ones for you. I prefer her get most of her carbs from vegetables. But all in all, that's not bad. But again, that bowl is not 400 some calories. It's probably closer to like 900 because that has to be about 500 calories worth of guacamole.
Quinoa, onion, and ground turkey, and pico de gallo. And I had all the calories, and I told you guys the calories, and I had the calories because I physically had the nutrition packet right in front of me. And there was people with the audacity to say, no, that's like 900 calories. Like one serving of ground turkey is like 250.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about, Amber. I'm talking about you absolutely did not measure out that guacamole because I have eyeballs and I've weighed out avocados and guacamole before, and that is seriously like 3, almost 4 servings of it.
Calories. I'm like, I have the physical nutrition packet right in front of me.
Then go and get that guacamole and weigh us out a portion right now and then compare that directly to how much you had plopped onto that bowl.
Like, I know
She won't do it because she knows she's not doing it. She's not weighing things. She's eyeballs it.
how to count calories. I'm just
You don't know how to count calories, Amber, because you eyeball things and you always lowball and underestimate. Always.
an idiot who doesn't do it.
You are an idiot who does it wrong.
Like, that is why I need help, because I didn't do the right things, and I never do the right things for long term, and that's why weight loss
No, Amber, you can't lose weight sticking to a diet for a whole 2 days.
surgery is there is to help people like me. But it's just exhausting. It's so exhausting to
But you have to be willing to make permanent changes. Guys, I'm going to end it there. She's not willing to make permanent changes. She's clearly not making changes because she's very obviously maintaining her weight, if not having gained a little bit of weight since January or February. I don't know what to do. She's frustrating. Maybe I'll react to her next video. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just clip a little portion and react to a couple things. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you stuck it out, if you didn't, I totally understand. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Watch for my new content coming out. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.